Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Today is Friday and we'll do our daily reading. Sticking with the Barbieri Tarot, there's been a theme with our advice cards this week between the Fool and the Page of Wands. Same kind of energy. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. So what do we got? I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot for clarifying. Okay, let's get started here. I don't know if I said this. I hope y'all are doing well. I just got started. I'm running a little bit behind, so I was probably rushing. So, current situation, Page of Cups, present influence, Chariot, future influence, Nine of Swords. I mean, I think that's okay. Unexpected, Five of Swords, challenge, Hermit, strength, Three of Wands. That's very good. Where does this lead? Eight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and Two of Pentacles. Eight of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. I feel like we've had I think it was yesterday, we had the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which overall kind of feels to me like, that moving away. But I feel like with this, it's still like moving forward. This could be some kind of message that's coming into you as well. But with the Chariot, I get the feeling it's like it's moving forward. Something's moving forward, and it feels like you're taking advantage of that. Let me pull an advice card. What is the advice? Oh, Five of Wands. So there is also the Nine of Cups after the bottom of the deck here with the Eight of Wands. So there is a feeling of, excuse me, your wishes. And I think that's what so this is the current situation, which is the Page of Cups. This feels to me like, because it's the situation, is there's a gift coming in or a good message. And it comes from, I think, you moving forward, like you just really moving ahead with something that you're doing. Let's clarify that Chariot first. Tell me about this present influence being the Chariot. Tell me about this Chariot. What does this mean? What does this Chariot mean? What does the Chariot mean? Tell me about the Chariot, please. Okay, Five of Swords, Hierophant, Three of Swords. I think you're moving away from this energy, something that has been not felt right. The Five of Swords, we have the Five of Swords also in the unexpected, by the way. So we have the Five of Swords, which feels to me like you feel like something's not fair. Something's happening that either you don't know everything about it, or someone or even something is being kind of used unfairly. The Hierophant is that commitment, that also higher level of learning as well. So it could be either, keep in mind, the Three of Swords is, separation. I feel like this is actually, don't laugh, but I feel like it's moving away from this energy. Like you're saying, no more. I'm moving away from, this is what's I'm moving away from. I'm moving away from this kind of, I don't want to say unfairness, but like it's something that you don't feel like is fair, or you don't feel like is not just fair. I don't know. There's more to it. It's a little deeper because I got the Hierophant there too. So it's more like just deep down, you're like, something's not right here. And it makes you very sad, making you really sad. And you're like, I have got to do something about this, or move away from it, or do something. And the influence, the feeling that you're getting. And then we have this Page of Cups, and I really like this Page of Cups. It feels playful, it feels good, and that's where you're at with it. And I think that's the key here, because this is the current situation. Tell me more about this Page of Cups. I feel like this is pretty, I feel like that's important. Tell me about the Page of Cups, please. Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords, Tower. So yeah, you're going to get a message here that's going to change something that has to, so there is a change coming in, and I think it has to do with this, you moving away from the crap. There's something here that you've just moved away from. And I feel like the Queen of Wands to the Knight of Swords, this is all coming to an end. And this is what the message is about. I feel like with that Knight of Swords is kind of like good that it's coming to an end. Because it feels like it's almost on attack of that Queen of Wands. Like there's a feeling of this is going away, and this is what the message is. I feel like this is also, sometimes when we see the Tower, we get like worried about it. This change, again, I think we had the Tower, I think it was yesterday, where the change is actually good. This needs to happen, and I feel like this needs to happen. It does bring in some anxiety, but I do feel like it comes as a gift. And you might not realize it, but in the now, like the Chariot's a very positive card. The Page of Cups is a very positive card. So whatever's happening here is a very positive energy, but it does lead to the future having some anxiety, and it's going to influence you further, which I think is okay, because I think that influence gets you, kind of gets your, get you moving with the Eight of Pentacles to the Page of Wands. So in a way, it could be really good. Nine of Swords, please. Tell me about this Nine of Swords and the future influence, please. Nine of Swords. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Page of Cups again. So there may be this message. I mean, I feel like, okay, so you've got the Ten of Pentacles, a feeling of stability, but taking a rest from that. But this anxiety is coming from, again, this message. If this is a person, it's coming from a person, and it's very much got you a little bit, okay, how am I going to deal with this? I mean, there could be something here where the Ten of Pentacles would be about a house. It could be about, your job. It could be about money. And seeing the Four of Swords here, there's like a rest from that. But there is going to be good news, but it gets you a little bit worked up here. So there is this feeling of, oh gosh, how am I going to put this all together? I don't think this Nine of Swords is bad. I think it's more a reaction to its time. And it sparks a little bit of anxiety. Let's talk about this Five of Swords, because I need to know more about this and the unexpected. It could be you deciding to fight something, like taking on I'm going to fight this. I'm going to fight this. I'm not going to sit and let this happen to me. Tell me more about the Five of Swords. And I do think this is something very important to you. Tell me more about this Five of Swords here. What is this Five of Swords? Four of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, King of Wands. Yeah, you've been holding on to something. This is about an energy that you've held on to with the Four of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands is like this new energy coming in, and it comes from the King of Wands. So that would be someone that is super motivated, but it's not the Queen. It's a different individual, and I feel like it's an individual. I feel like this opportunity, this Ace of Wands, you realize that you're all in. I'm going to take this opportunity completely and totally. This could come from someone that would be like a King of Wands. Now, it doesn't have to be a male, but is definitely someone who has a lot of energy and a lot of motivation and a lot of, they're able to like motivate you into trying something or doing something. And I feel like that definitely is you saying, you know, I need to fight for what I believe in and I need to move forward with what I believe in. It's not necessarily a fight, but it's um, if there's some kind of decision you're making or moving forward, you are deciding that I'm not giving this up. This is what I'm going to do moving forward. And you're going to put the work in, which I like even better because that's what the Eight of Pentacles is. And I think that it's a little stressful because you're not used to like really, you know, I feel like it's pretty forceful. I feel like there's this energy within you that you're not used to tapping into, that you're going to feel pretty strongly about. The Hermit is in the challenge. It's like, I feel like this is like, get your head out of the sand. I feel like this is an ostrich thing. Like, it's going to be hard to um, come out of a hermit situation where you've been kind of sitting out in the background. I don't feel like it's you're you're just not doing anything. I think you've been in the background, and that's been the challenge, is coming out of the background and back into the forefront. And let's just see if there's anything more about that hermit. I think this is like really important. What is the hermit, please? Page of Wands. There's that Knight of Swords again. Seven of Cups. I think that there's an opportunity here for something, but I think what's hard is this Knight of Swords. We've seen it twice. And it's the realization that you have choices, but that's been keeping you kind of stuck. Like, you're not making a choice here. There's two different energies, right? The Knight of Swords versus the Page of Wands. Those are two different energies. I think that it's like, okay, how do I want to move forward? And I'm not sure. And this is what's keeping you kind of stuck, is all of these, you feel like you do have choices, but it's almost like you're afraid or apprehensive, instead of the word fear or afraid, is that you're apprehensive about which way to move forward. If either you're not taking the moment to listen to yourself, your intuition, or either way is a scary thing, right? Or is it just easier to be in my little cocoon and not do anything? And that's what I feel like is happening here. It's like almost like I'm just gonna hang out in my little cocoon and I'm just gonna, it's easier. But the problem is you can't. Like, if you really want something to change, you can't. However, you know, the Three of Wands is in the Strength. And this is really good because you are seeing things. You're seeing the work that you've put in, the things that you've done paying off. You're seeing these things pay off, which is making a huge impact on how to move forward. Even though it's going to be hard a little bit to get out of this hermit energy. Keep in mind, like, a lot of times a hermit, depending on the reading, but the hermit really can be just like, I want to stay in the background here. I don't want to be out there. I don't really want to be seen. I don't want to be heard. I just want to hang out here. But I feel like that's going to be changing with the Three of Wands here in the Strength. Tell me more about this Three of Wands, please. We've got Temperance, we've got Star, we've got Strength. You're seeing everything come together. I love these cards. These are all majors, guys. I mean, the Temperance, like, really, I think putting things together. The Star is reaching those energies, and the Strength that you have had. This is what your strength is right now, is that you know and you understand that, yeah, I can do this and I can be strong. If I really want to get to my wishes and my dreams, I'm going to have to really hang in there. But you've already seen some of this come out. You've already seen something coming out of this idea, energy, whatever you're doing here. I love this message because I think this is the catalyst here, this Page of Cups. I'm going to actually read a little bit more into that. So where does this lead? It leads to the Eight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Two of Pentacles. So what I do like about this is it says, okay, I'm going to start working and I'm going to start mastering something that I'm doing here, working on it, focusing on it. And then you'll take that energy and move forward with it with the Page of Wands. The Two of Pentacles comes in, which says, okay, now I need to fit this into my life, and how am I going to do that without, you know, losing something else? I've got to be able to multitask here, and I can, because you can. That's what the cards are saying. So let's just take a look at this Eight of Pentacles. Anything you want to tell us about the Eight of Pentacles? Oh, I've got all of these cards. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles, please. What is the Eight of Pentacles and where this leads? Oh, Eight of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Lovers. This is like you realizing that you're no longer stuck. So the Eight of Swords to the Six of Pentacles, like you've been stuck in a feeling like where you've been having to give to a situation. It's a partnership. But I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles is you working on um, making this a more equal give and take partnership, whatever this partnership is. This could just even be the partnership between you and the project. It doesn't have to be somebody, but it's definitely a partner. It's also realizing your choices on what to do to become unstuck. There is this, the good thing is the Six of Pentacles. Honestly, the Six of Pentacles in this situation feels to me like this is actually someone else helping you in some way, whether it's words or encouragement or something. And I feel like that's going to help you move forward in the situation. The Page of Wands, I feel like this is like you going, I'm doing it, I'm moving, I'm doing this. What is the Page of Wands? Because you know that, I mean, most of you know how I feel about the Page of Wands. It's really about not thinking too much and moving forward. To me, the court cards, the wand court cards are doers, and the page is a young doer, so they're not, oh, they definitely don't overthink, and sometimes to a detriment. But I don't feel like this is, I feel like it may be a little bit because it does lead to the Two of Pentacles, which is the realization that you have to balance things out. But overall, it's good, I think, in this situation. Page of Wands, please. Yeah, Wheel. Nine of Pentacles, Six of Cups. I think, yeah, things are moving forward. They're definitely, things are happening. Things are moving. The Nine of Pentacles, you have that ability, you know, that you understand everything that you've accomplished, right? With that. And the Six of Cups is, this is you saying, yeah, I mean, look at, I've done this in the past. I can do it again. But the wheel is the key here, because that is the, things are moving and I got to move along with it. I don't want to be left behind. I've got to do this as well. So then we have the Two of Pentacles after that. And I want to see Two of Pentacles. What is this? You know, in this one, she's kind of guarding the gate here, but it's also about understanding how to balance all the day-to-days out. Like, sorry, I'm still having struggle breathing, but the um, I'm guarding this gate because I need to make sure that I have everything I need and that I'm doing everything I need to do. It's kind of like that energy here. What's the Two of Pentacles? Tell us more about this. Yeah, Seven of Cups. Oh, Nine of Swords. And then the Knight of Swords. So there is a feeling here about your choices. And I will say Seven of Cups to the, okay, so this can lead to anxiety regardless. So we can have anxiety regardless of just having to make a choice. Sometimes leads to us being anxious, wondering how it's going to come out. So I feel like with this Two of Pentacles, you are making a choice and it's a little stressful. And it could be, again, here comes this Knight of Swords. I feel like you're almost like, I don't know if I want this energy back. I feel like this Knight of Swords may be an issue with you. It could be someone or an attitude that you carry that gets in your way. And you know this. It's not like a surprise. You know, we all know things about ourselves that, okay, when I do this, this is just a problem. It's kind of like that feeling if it's a situation. If it's somebody, you absolutely do know who it is. They come in and cause kind of havoc in your life. They can cause that anxiety. And I feel like you're going to have to make a choice here on this situation. And I feel like it strictly has to do with that Knight of Swords keeps coming up. Is there, I don't know how to do this. Is there, I want to know. I'm just going to pull one card to clarify this Page of Cups a little bit more. What is this in our current situation? I feel like it's really good. What is this? And yes, I'm shuffling the cards because I want something new. Tell me about this Page of Cups. Oh, Ten of Wands. So it's coming from something that you've been working on, but the struggle's coming to an end here. So, which makes sense. The Eight of Wands there, moving forward. Um, yeah, I definitely feel like this situation. So again, the Chariot's what's causing this to happen. I think there's a lot of a realization that this situation has been a struggle, but in the end, you're really going to work through it. Yeah, you might have a little difficulty with that, the Two of Pentacles, but I don't think it's anything huge. I think the important thing to remember here with this reading is the Three of Wands, because the Three of Wands had that Temperance, Star, and the Strength card, and those are all majors. And this is a mini completion here. So this is saying, you've seen yourself do this before. You're going to do it again, but in a good way. maybe there's something you've done that wasn't so good before, but this is definitely a more positive outcome. And look, now the wheel's at the bottom of the deck. The Five of Wands is interesting as far as excuse me, as far as advice, because the Five of Wands is that conflict card, that competition. I feel like, though, I'm going back with that Five of Swords as well. It's almost like you've got to do what you've got to do. I don't think it's saying do anything unfairly, but I think it's asking you to fight for yourself. Um, and I want to be really careful in giving that advice. Again, free will, right? We all have it. But I feel like it is. It's like, stand up to this. It might be hard, but um, if you're going to go all in, there may be um, consequences, and not necessarily negative, but it could cause a ruckus within your life. But if you really believe that what you're doing is going to make a difference in your life and you're not hurting anybody, then it's like, go in. Now, I don't think this is like a fight, a fist fight. I don't even think it's like an argument fight. I think it's more of a fight of wills. Like that, whatever you're doing, if you feel like it is worth maybe causing a little bit of a ruckus, and when I say that, it could cause people gossiping. It could mean that people don't necessarily agree with your choices. They might put up a little bit of a what the heck. It's that kind of situation. But if you believe in it, it's worth it. I don't see that very often. I mean, the Five of Wands is a tough card as advice, but I do feel like there's something really important happening here. And I keep going back to that Three of Wands. That's really important. Those are really good cards. Those are really important cards as far as how we feel and what we do. So I think it's really important um, to stick by yourself and to stick by your side, by your own side. In other words, stick with what you've decided. If you believe it's good, then go for it and do it. And that's what the Five of Wands is as far as advice goes. So yeah, that's an interesting reading. I like where it's headed. I think that, like I've said in the past, almost all readings have their ups and downs. I mean, life is not beautiful all the way. It's just not. I mean, there's hard things that we do, and these are daily readings, keep in mind. So it's not this um, thing that's sticking around for a long period of time. It's like, I'm going to have a bad day here with this Nine of Swords. Yeah, I may have to deal with some anxiety. I may have to deal with some stress, but it's short lived in the daily readings. It's not like long term. And that's why I like doing the daily readings, because to me, it hits more truth to home. Like, it's, on the day to day. Yeah, not everything is perfect. Even if what we're doing is a really good thing, and going to be really important to us. It's not going to be easy. Nothing's worth it is easy. It becomes more easy if you enjoy it because you're enjoying the journey along the way, but it doesn't mean it can't cause some stress. There is something here that will cause you a little bit of anxiety moving forward next couple days. But like I said, if it's worth it, you'll continue to fight for it. So there you have your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. Take care. Have a beautiful day.